Welcome back, YouTube. So it's about time that we paint this frame on this bike. I'm going to be using Spray Max's 2-part primer on this. It's got a little red cap here that you push on the bottom because it's got hardener and the paint in here at the same time. So pretty much like what you would use in your spray gun. I have a spray gun over there, but I don't want to use it. It's not the greatest. It's like a cheapo from Harbor Freight. Not good. So at any rate, when I get this shaken up, I'm about to wipe down the frame with some acetone, get it all cleaned up from my handling it. Got to just suspend it from my ceiling with some chain. We'll be back. So you gotta, with this stuff, you gotta shake it up for 2 minutes before you pop the cap off of this part. And you put it on the bottom, and then the primer is only going to be good for, I think it says 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. So I'm going to get both coats of primer on here over the weekend. Bring over my stool from over here, out of hiding. So we got the red cap off the bottom, or off the top rather, and I'll put it on the bottom and jam it down. Okay. Back to fixing. You gotta wear a proper mask. Alright, so I'm going to let that draw for like 15 minutes and I'll come back and put another coat on. Alright, so I've got all my primer on here. I've got 2 shots on it. I'm not sure if I filmed it or not. My tripod broke, so I got a new tripod. It's a little taller, which is awesome. I'm not sure if I was in focus because my lens was messed up. At any rate, it's now time to wet sand. So I got a bucket of water down here on the floor. I've got some 800 grit wet sandpaper, and of course, because you've got a wet sand, you need a German style beer. This is a Kolsch from one of my Texas breweries called Altstadt. I'm sure this won't focus. There we are. Boom. But anyways, time to get back onto wet sanding this bike. Alright, so we got a frame in my face, but hey, whatever. Got it all sanded down now. I've just got to do one final wipe down. Some degreaser. Got my gloves on. I'll get it wiped down. And then we'll be ready to paint. First I'm going to be doing a bright white where I'm going to be putting my logos. And then after that, we'll lay down the vinyl that's going to be on for the logo, and then we'll paint the rest of the bike. Color to be determined shortly. You'll see. So first color paint, I'm going to be using some Duple Color Perfect Match. It's an automotive paint for Chrysler cars on this one. It's called Bright White. Cannot forget the all-important mask. Alright, so I got my little white block here on the frame. I've got some decals for my logo. It's just got my last name on them. Got these from DIYlettering.com. I'll put a link down in the description box. Alright, I'm going to put these on. And then we're going to get to switching over to the next color. It's cool because they're already masked for placement. Alright, so I'll get the frame wiped back down since I wasn't wearing gloves and put oil all over the frame, and we'll get their color. Moment. Back at it. I've got my color. We're doing the Duplicolor Forest Green Pearl. It's another Chrysler product. I think nice little green Jeep or something like that if you want the color. It's been 15 minutes since I put on the last coat of green. It's time to take the decals off. Just got a little X-Acto knife here. If it'll go in focus. Nope, probably not. Anyways, little knife. I'll try to peel off these decals. We will see how this goes. How's that look, buddy? Does that look cool?
Uh-huh.
Come over here on this side. Come on this side.
Uh-huh.
Look, it's covered up over here. See, I got peeling off the stickers that were protecting the paint underneath. Alright, so here's the bike. I've got you free-handed now. So where we're at now, that we are all done. Those are the plugs that I was talking about earlier where I 3D printed them for each side. Logo. Here we are. And of course it's zooming in on the background. There we are. Let's go down here. All the way down. Alright, so I've got my frame ready for clear coat. I'm going to be using a 2-component system again. It is a Spray Max 2K Clear Glamour. It's a gloss. Got the same thing where I've got the red cap on the top. This part pops off. Sort of. This part pops off. It gets tapped into the bottom. It mixes the two parts together. It's a much better clear coat. So I'm going to get that set up and we'll get this frame clear coated. Then tomorrow I'll be wet sanding this back down with some 800 grit sandpaper and putting on another coat. Alright, I finished up the paint job, got the second coat of clear coat after the wet sand. Did not film it. I was actually having problems. I went back to come in here and do a second coat, and the can ran out of paint and started spitting, and so I ended up having to wet sand, order another can of paint, and wait for that to come in the mail. And with weather conditions, I just decided to wait until I could get it all in there. Got a good day to paint and rushed home and painted the bike. Didn't want to pull out all the camera gear. So there we go. It looks pretty good. I like it.